Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Tammy. Alright, so we are working on signatures in this particular junk journal and decorating them. I think my videos might be out of order, potentially. We'll see. I haven't decided which one I want to put up first, but I've already worked through these and just actually finished sewing the bits and pieces in, and yeah, excited how it's coming along so far. And then now it's time to start on this next one, and actually, as you can see, I've already started. I actually did this page yesterday, or maybe the day before, I don't know. I was kind of doing a little walkthrough for myself just to kind of remind myself what papers were in here, and just kind of thinking ahead on what I might want to do in the journal. So this particular paper was one that when I had coffee dyed it, I forgot that sometimes when you have a bunch of print offs that are from like your laser printer, or at least mine. So this journal has photos like this that are copyright free that I've printed off from my laser printer, and I forgot that the ink comes off when you're coffee dyeing if you're laying it on top of other papers. With the way I coffee dye mine, sometimes the ink kind of sticks together. So that's what happened, and as you can see here, we've got a little bit of damage going on right there, and actually on this side of it, most of the damage was basically all under that. And so what I did was I took some distress ink. I've got Vintage Photo here that I've always got next to me on my desk. I don't use this a tons and tons, but it comes in handy when you got stuff like this, because this was just white, you know, from the inside of the paper, from below the design. So basically what I did was I have this dusty pink lace, and then I have some of this other pink trim. So I basically kind of just made my own piece of lace. I sewed this in, and I really like how it turned out, because I like how the flower's kind of coming out from behind. Anyway, so that is the story behind that little page. As I go back through, I'll be adding, woo, I got stuff coming out of everywhere. I've got stuff that I'll be adding into pockets and things like that. So this may be a spot for this little journal. It might actually be perfect for this little journal. So I'll keep that in mind. Actually, I'll just leave that in here for now, and it may just stay there. So there's that. Alright, so I can't remember if I added any more in here or not. I feel like I left a leaf somewhere. Okay, we need to do something here. This is kind of boring. Actually, I am going to take this out because it's bumpy and it's going to annoy me. I don't like to be annoyed. So, I will just move this over here out of the way. Sort of. Alright. Okay, so this is some really awesome coffee dye goodness, so I'm going to leave that alone, but this, not as interesting. So I want to cover part of this and maybe do like a little tip in or something like that. Ooh, maybe this would be good there. That's really pretty. That is really pretty. Trying to remember which ones I've used already so I don't reuse any of the images in here. No, I like this one too. That one's nice. We could maybe do two of them depending on how big they are. I like that too, but it's a little bit lonely. Nope. Used that one already. If we did this one there and we did that one there, that could be kind of fun. Actually, I would do it like this. I'm liking that. this will be a little thing that I already have a bee. Ooh, this would, I don't love those colors though. No. Alright, and then that's the dictionary page. Okay, I think those are going to work well, and then I'll save this for either a different journal or a different place in this journal. Let's see. So, now I just need to find something to back onto these papers. I don't know if this will cover the whole thing. Well, it's not perfect, but it'll work. Go ahead and do that. Well, I hope you've all had a very nice holiday weekend. Ooh, I think I'll have enough for both of those then. Cool, cool. All right, so let me get out my little glue paper and add some glue to this, and then we can stick it down. Mine's been quiet, but good, productive. Been trying to do some cleaning. So kind of a combination of cleaning and relaxing and nap taking when I feel like I need it. Oops, I just ripped that. So catching up on watching some movies and all kinds of fun things. So a little bit of shopping. Saw my mom yesterday, so we talked for a little bit last evening. So it's just been kind of a nice weekend. I didn't really have big plans going into the weekend, so didn't really want to leave town this time. Save that for another time. And so yeah, just kind of wanted to stick around close to home and see what happened and try to stay out of trouble as much as I could. Alright, so that was some tissue that I had left over from, I want to say, a pair of shoes that I bought. They, you know, always pack the shoes and add some tissue and stuffed up inside the shoe, so I don't throw. I try to keep everything that I can as long as it looks interesting. Like even this little piece came in handy just on the last signature. You might think I'm crazy, but it's amazing how little pieces and scraps can really add a lot of interest. Okay, so this is gonna start to curl on me a little bit. I don't know that I wanna sew around this. I think it'll be fine not sewing it. So I'm gonna take some washi and use washi tape to get them to stay in here. Actually, I like this one here, and maybe might be a little dark. I like this one too, but that might be a little too busy. Let's see. Oh, I haven't used this one yet. Maybe we'll use this one. That's nice. Maybe we'll use these two. Alright, do that. Keep it kind of neutral. I'm going to use this one over here on this side. We've got some really nice weather this weekend too, so that's really cool. Helpful for everyone to get ready for the fall and, you know, preparing our yards and all that good stuff that comes along with owning a home. Might Might go outside and do some tree pruning. We'll see. Alright, so there's that one. I didn't want to cover up too much the design there. And then I'll use this one on this piece. Make sure I get it right side up. Perfect. All right. So, what should we talk about? So it's hard for me when I don't have a whole lot going on. I've kind of, in the other video, if you happen to watch that one, kind of tell you what I got going on in my life at the moment, and I feel like I don't really want to bring that up again. So I'm trying to think of something else to talk about now. All right. So we've got that page done, I think. I always kind of go back and add bits and pieces here and there, just because it's fun. I may or may not. Actually, I just had a really good idea. Let's see. Looking for some scrap paper here. That's a little too perfect. I like that. Okay, so where's my center? Oh, it's all the way over here. Okay. I think I'm gonna glue this down and kind of add just a spot for some journaling here. I keep putting this away and then I need it again. Alright, let's glue that down. Ooh, I just got another idea. Probably put way more glue on there than I needed, but oh well. Okay, so I'm trying to break up some of this pattern. There's a whole lot of pattern going on this particular scrapbook page. So I like that a lot. And then I usually try not to add too much bulk into the center of the signatures, but I kind of like this idea here. So let me see how well this will rip. Not well at all. Well, you don't know until you try, right? Oh, okay, that's all right. If I use this piece, that's fine. If I don't, I can get another piece off. So what I'm thinking was maybe kind of adding a little bit of texture right here, but I don't know, that's kind of now covering up. It's kind of covering it up, but I kind of just still like the idea of it. I could just fold it and then run a sewing line down there. Okay, I decided, yes, I like it more than I don't like it. Now, if it will just hold still. Okay. Let's get a little line of glue there. Spread this out. And then this is basically just tacking it down temporarily until I can come back with the sewing machine. Now I'm trying to avoid putting it directly into the center. Yep, that'll be good. All right. So add a little bit of interest there. Maybe actually just to add a little bit more color to this page. Oh, well, I still have this washi that I haven't used yet, but actually I don't want to use it on this page because I think it's just not the right color. I do like this green. Let me do that. Going to tear off the edge just a little bit. Got washi tape everywhere. There we go. That'll look nice. Kind of like it's holding it on. And then I'll add some to the bottom as well. Okay. Put that there. Oops. There we go. And then I'm just gonna add a little piece down here. Actually, what if we get rid of this one? Tear the paper at the same time. I'm just gonna put this here just so I can see what it'll look like. I don't know if I'll like it or not, but that's too much. Too much. All right. I think I'll leave that alone for right now and let it be. Usually I kind of get myself most of the way there, and then when I come back I will reevaluate and probably add more later. Okay, and as I'm looking at this, I'm feeling like these signatures are all very top heavy. There's a lot of them all at the top, so I'm going to probably move things around just a little bit and even them out. There we go. It's a little better. All right, so there's that page. Yeah, that's still not sitting well with me. Maybe it just needs to be pressed down more and then it'll be fine. Okay, so as I was printing off all these papers, my ink in my laser printer started going, and so here you can see there's a bit of a line where the ink started not doing as well. This side's not as, really, this side's pretty darn good, but this side I kind of feel like I need to do a little something here to kind of hide that a little bit, because it's a shame to throw the whole piece away when you only have that little bit that's kind of a nuisance. So I'm just gonna lay this down and see what this looks like. I'm thinking maybe belly band. I don't hate that, but do I like it? It's kind of distracting, but at the same time I do kind of like it. Let's see. Okay. So I'm thinking of the colors from the cover too. I want to make sure and get, oh, here's another one that might work. That I want to make sure and keep as part of the look of the book. All right, I kind of like that better actually. So I will tack this down, and then I'll come back and glue it later, but I just want to make sure it stays in place. And then we'll do a belly band here. Maybe it would be easier if I'd not work in the crack. Alright, so I want to make sure it's a little bit tight so that it'll hold things in. It is kind of delicate though too. This lace, so it's not going to hold tons and tons, but it'll be enough to hold a tag or two. So I've been working, I feel like I've been working in slow motion the last week or so. It seems like it's pulling teeth just to get myself to work quickly. You know, sometimes being creative just goes that way. I've found, or at least for me it does. Maybe that's just my way of resetting and getting myself excited about what I'm doing again. Not sure. Alright. Let's trim this up here. And we'll save this for something else later. Cool. I think that's cute. I like how you can still see through it enough to see the image behind it, but it's hiding that little bit of ink issue that we had there. And then obviously once I go back and sew, I'll add a little line of sewing at each of those 4 spots, and that'll secure it there, and we can put something in there. Okay, wonder maybe something up here. Let's see, what do we have? I had that little square of paper that had like a little leaf on it. What did I do with that? Okay, that might have, I might have put that somewhere else. I don't know where I put that. Oh, you know what we haven't been using? I need to use one of these again. So, happy Thanksgiving, give thanks. That one might be a little big. We'll hold that. Grateful. No, I like the color. Bless this home. Is that too ironic right there? It's this poor little, it's not a home, it's a barn. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay. And then, like I usually do, I'll just tack this. Oh, this is a little bit wrinkled for some reason. I think when I bought it, when they put the paper pad into the bag for me, it kind of didn't do a very good job, and it bent up a little bit. So some of the pages are need a little bit of TLC. Okay. My glue went a little crazy there on me. Did you see that? Alright, so let's put this down. And then now we have a little tuck spot for some papers or notes to be added there. Okay. I need to get some lace or trim on the outside, and the others have been towards the top. So I want to add something kind of here towards the bottom. And grab I've got some of these jars and I use them to hold my yummy trims and things. So this is a nice one, but I've already used it. This one's very similar. Ooh, we could use some of this. I'm gonna hold this one out. This is a little, well, it's a little country, but I could maybe, yeah, I don't know. That's a little too much, I think. This would be a perfect page for a pocket down there. Let's see. Oh, here. I have another ball of sorry silk. It's hiding. Forgot about that. Okay, oh, and I have this trim. This is always a fun one. Might be a little too white. Too bright. What we got rolling around down there? Oh, let's see what this one looks like. I like this. I'm going to hold this one out. It may or may not be, I may or may not use it on this particular page, but I'm going to leave it out. Okay. So I wouldn't use all of this. Oh, you know what? I have this little piece of trim right here. This would be cute. This would be fun. Okay, so we will do this. Maybe kind of down there. I'm going to hold this off to the side. And then a couple of these like that. Okay, so we'll do 3 of these little roses. Try and cut in between there. Put that to the side. Okay. Add a little bit of glue. So I'm going to show you my secret now. Pay attention. So I put down a little bit of glue and then I kind of scrunch it up a little bit with my fingers. And then that way I can come back later and sew it. Just add like a zigzag stitch, and that makes it hold in place. Okay, do I like having all 3? No, I don't. What we could do is, not that. I think what I'll do is hide some of this, but I don't want to sew right down the middle of that line of flowers, so I think what I'll do is cut this little bit off there. What I'll do is tack it down with that's cute. I'll just tack this one down, and then that way I can kind of sew around it. And then I'll come back and tack down the others when I've sewn here. Okay, that looks good. So when I come back to sew, I'll just lift this up here, do my sewing here, and then that way I can glue that down when I'm all done sewing. All right, and should we add, I feel like this needs a little bit more, but I don't know what I don't know exactly what it needs. I've been using these stickers an awful lot. They've been working well. Let's see. Whoops. I just dropped some. Ooh, I like this owl. Should we put the owl down? That looks really nice. The other option could be maybe this little bouquet of flowers or this flower. Actually, no, I think I like the owl. So, put him down. I haven't used one of these, I haven't used a full one of these stickers pages yet. So, I guess there's a first time for everything, right? Alright, I'm going to add just well, I kind of boogered up his foot there. I'm going to add just a touch of glue to make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Or she. Could be a she owl, I'm not sure. I don't know enough about owls to know whether or not this would be a girl or a boy. You probably can't tell from just looking at him, huh? So I don't know about you guys, but my fingers tend to get all kinds of gluey, messy, and everything when I'm doing this decorating and stuff. Oh, he's cool. I like that. He's gonna look really good. And I was thinking, should I add something else, like maybe a word sticker or something? But for the time being, I think he's gonna be just fine the way he is. Get some of the extra glue out now before it dries, and then you can't get rid of it. Alright. Cool. I like that page. That turned out really interesting. Not at all the way I thought it was going to be, but that's cool. Okay, so, oh yeah, that looks really good. Right before we get to the page with all the birch trees, and obviously I don't want to do anything here. I'm going to leave that for whoever gets the journal. Don't really feel like I want to decorate that either. This is kind of boring. So what can we add here? Happy fall. Ooh, I like that. But first, oh, here we go. We'll use some of this washi tape. This is perfect. This page. Because I kind of want to cover up this white spot here. So that'll look good. And then I can move this over here. Although, maybe this will just be a tab coming out the side. Maybe, let's shorten it just a tad. Shorten it just enough. There we go. Sorry, you probably couldn't see that at all. But I just shortened it on both sides just a little bit so that it won't hang out the side. Just, will probably hang off just a little bit, but nope, actually that's perfect. Cool. Alright, so this is gonna fold right there. Awesome. I'm gonna glue that down. Well, before I glue it down, let me see. I may want to add some more washi tape. Okay, so I really like this one. I also really like this one. Oh yeah, that's That's the one. I'm gonna throw that piece away. But first, do we want to add some of this? Actually, or do we want to add some of this gold? I like this gold. And I'm gonna rip this down the middle, or sort of down the middle, and put it like that. Just to kind of soften that transition a little bit. And then maybe this can go here. I like that a lot. All right. This is always tricky, getting the back off of here. Okay, and I can tell by the way that this was sitting, it's not gonna stay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of glue. Just to kind of help it out a little bit. Pretty, I like that. Okay, and then we'll have this over here. I really like that. That's pretty. Okay, now I will glue this down. Where's my top there? Do I want to do both sides? Yeah. And I'm just lightly pressing just so that it, I've kind of learned it's going to seep out no matter what. But if I can kind of get it to do that before I put it down a little bit, it helps to not be too terribly bad. All right, and then I don't think I'm gonna sew around this one. I want to kind of leave this one kind of more clean. And then I don't want also the sewing on the back side of this, because I think it would be distracting. So I like how that turned out. That's really pretty. Okay. Oh my gosh. Somebody's really trying to show off there. Funny thing is, they don't probably know that nobody really cares. I always have to laugh at the guys on the motorcycle. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it for themselves, and that's fine too. It's not impressing anybody. Okay, got that done. I don't want to mess with that, and I don't want to mess with this or those. Okay, so we got another one of these pages. Maybe we need to, yeah, that looks pretty darn good right there. Okay, so I'm gonna back that onto, I think, some of this coffee dyed dictionary page, but oh shoot, it's gonna be it's not big enough, so you'll only see a little bit of words on part of it, which is not really what I'm going for. So let me see here. Maybe we do this one instead. Yeah, I'll do that instead. Let's save this for another. Oh, there's my little. He was hiding under there. We'll keep him out. Okay, let me glue this down. And then I'm not going to glue this down to the page yet, because I'm going to come back and add some sewing. Well, that was kind of risky, wasn't it? Throwing caution to the wind, guys. Look out. Okay. And I didn't get any glue on my hand whatsoever. I don't know how I did that. That's funny. Okay. I have glue from before still on my finger, which is causing problems. Alrighty. Now, let me trim this up a little bit. Ooh, I just got the worst craving. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten lunch yet, and it's probably about 1:30. So I need to hurry this up and go find myself some lunch. But I just got the biggest craving for a brownie sundae. Oh, maybe I need to wait long enough so that that goes away. All right. Cool. So this will become a pretty little pocket down here, and does it need a little something more? No. I think we're gonna just be gilding the lily at that point. Okay, so I'll just paper clip this in there and keep moving along. I like to try and keep pages like this blank so that whoever ends up with the journal has lots of room for whatever they want to use the journal for, really. If you want to have more writing space, or if you want to have more room for decorating space, whatever floats your boat, I want to make sure that there's plenty of room in my journals for you to do all that with. So, okay. I don't know why I'm being so fussy about this, because it's just going to get messed up again anyway. Alright, we need to do something here, because, again, I don't consider this very fall looking, so I'm kind of thinking maybe covering up the sea. We have this thankful, grateful, blessed piece. Where did that go? Although, I don't want to go too crazy with these scrapbook cut apart pages. You know, I do have this lace, which could be really pretty. Ooh, I like that actually a lot, with kind of the dove gray background there. Cut that very unstraight. Alright. Oh, another thought could be this lace. Let's see what this looks like. This might be too much. I don't want it to be too frilly, but at the same time, that is kind of gorgeous too, isn't it? I don't know. What do you guys think? That is really pretty right there. Alright. Is this too much rose action? Let me put this back down. See how I like this. That's the right side. Well, I think the other one's pretty fantastic. So we'll put that one there instead. And I'm going to get my other scissors to cut this, because I do not want to waste a single tiny bit of it. So. Awesome. I love how using up supplies kind of feels. It just feels good. Because, you know, this is gorgeous, this lace. It's antique lace, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. But sitting in a box, never being looked at, is not useful for it either. So while I do kind of feel bad about cutting it up like this, I, at the same time, also feel like I'm saving it and giving it a new life, and knowing someone else is really going to appreciate it, and they will love having it as part of you know, a memory keepsake for themselves. So, all right, got that back together now. Actually, let me add one more paper clip over here, just to kind of hold that little lady in tight. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I could do something over here, but do I want to? What do I want? Ooh, you know what I could do? Okay, this might be a little too much. What do we think? Too much lace? What I like is the color and kind of giving the line of paper an ending point. But I could also do that with washi tape. Screw it. Let's go ahead and do this. Whoever ends up with this journal, I hope you like lace and trim, because there's going to be kind of a lot. And I'm just going to do a very small line of glue down here and thin this out so that hopefully it won't show through too terribly much. Come here. Try and put that glue where the flowers are so that they kind of hide it a little bit more. There we go. It's a nice little background, and I may, what should we add? I feel like it maybe needs something more. Something to, I don't want to say dirty it up, but make it not so precious. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking around on my desk to see what I got. This actually would be nice. Or this would actually. Or this washi might be nice. I don't want to use too much, because I don't want it to take up too much of the writing space. But I do kind of like the thought of that. I don't know. Not loving it. Okay. Let's put that away. Let's see, what else do I have over here. I have some of this, but I was going to use that in a tag. Ooh, I have some of this. So this is an oopsie. I sewed something together that I then decided I didn't want sewn together. This is going to be too thick though. What do I have? Ooh, I have this. Let's see. This is part of a handkerchief. This could be interesting. Let me get rid of this. There, that'll add a little bit of color and texture. So I'll just add this kind of into, yeah, like that. Perfect. All right. And once again, I'm just kind of going to bunch it with my fingers just a little bit. And that way, when and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll kind of just put glue up at the top and bunch that, and that kind of gets it ready for when I'm sewing. And then as I sew, I'll kind of bunch it as I go to kind of mess it up a little bit. But we're going to just do it right here. Cool. Alright, so that kind of hides some of that lace, but you still get a hint of it at the bottom there. And then I'm going to just trim this just very carefully. There we go. So those colors aren't my favorite together, but I think they tie very well in with the cover of the book, which I really like. So, and then it kind of adds a little interest on this side. So when I sew that, that'll make that a little interesting, and it's not too terribly bulky because this paper isn't super thick. It's just copy weight paper, so I didn't want to add really thick trim to it and bulk it up. Alright, so now we're back at this one again, which I love the polka dots. I don't love this craziness. Let's see what we got. I'm thinking maybe, ooh, what do we think of that? And then I could tip it so that it can open that way, and that way you can write on it like this and have some room there. I like that idea. I also like the idea of still covering a lot of this pattern. I'm looking through my coffee dyed papers here to see what I got. Alright, so I think I might just glue this down. This is there's nothing important on here, but this isn't too fun. So I'm just gonna use these papers as covering backs of other papers and stuff. So this is perfect for that. And it's a really nice copy weight paper. It's not too thick and it's not too thin, so it's just the perfect weight paper to do that with. And I just got glue on the other paper. Oh well. I'm trying to get to the edges as much as I can so that the edges don't come up while not getting it onto the back side or the paper behind it. It's a very tricky business. Alright, that'll be good. Cool. Oops. That is not going anywhere. And there's still enough up here for you to see, and around the edges, the pattern that was there. I just, that pattern was just so very busy. This is just a little too busy for me, so just kind of hide that a little bit. All right. Stick this back down. I like to kind of keep my pages sort of intact, so it kind of helps me as I'm designing what I decide to put down on these papers. So I can see kind of what I'm working with. All right, so I want to add some paper to the back side of this one. I have this is some coffee dyed white from the Dollar Tree. This is wrapping paper. I don't know if you can see the grid lines. So I don't mind using this as like a page in a signature, but I actually use it more often for this kind of thing where I'm going to cover up the back of, I want to make this more interesting. So I'll just do the same exact thing on this one and we'll glue it down. If my neighbors have their family or friends over, I can kind of hear some people gathering across the street, which kind of gives me a heads up that it's about time for me to get out of my craft room and go, you know, be around people or something. I guess if I have to. Oh, don't take that the wrong way. I love being around people, but it's also nice having alone time too, so trying to use as little of this as I possibly can. Awesome. All right. My ruler. I'm just going to tear this down the middle here. And then we'll save this for something else later. That actually worked out perfect because now I don't have to make 4 rips, I only have to do 2. Let's smooth that out just a little bit. So, I think I want to sew around that, just sew around the perimeter of that, and then I will figure out how I want to attach it into the page. You know, maybe it would also look very nice right there, but I'm thinking I like it on this page more. So, may washi tape it down, or I may just sew right down there and then you just have to open it and bend it there. I don't know if I like that idea, so we'll see what happens with that, but I'll come back to that later when I come back and do all the sewing. And then that just leaves this very last page, and actually I'm just going to take this off of here so that it's easier to deal with. So I want to do something to kind of hide this, so I'm thinking just a simple tuck spot over here, and we haven't used any of these in a while, these little sayings. Maybe not that, maybe one of these. These are a little bit wider. Yeah. Okay, the tints of autumn, a mighty flower garden, blossoming under the spell of the enchanter frost, by John Greenleaf Whittier. This one's funny. I was running out of paper and I was trying to hold the paper as I was typing, so I was holding it with this hand and typing with my right hand, and then that happened. But I'm totally gonna use that because I just think that's cute. Oh, anyway. Okay, so we also have these, which are a little bit wider. I don't know. These might not work quite the way I want them to. Ooh, you know what we could do? No, I don't want to hide this. This will work somewhere else. So I'm thinking I'll use this top one, but I want to double check that I haven't used that one already somewhere else in this journal. So I'm going to go quickly look at, oh my gosh, get under there. This other one that I've used. Okay. She lost herself. And then this one, Every Leaf Speaks. Okay, so we didn't use this one yet. Perfect. All right. Get my little trusty ruler out again. I'm actually going to do this more carefully. I'm going to line this one up. My cutting mat is so dirty, you guys. I need to clean it like now. It's so bad. Cool. All right. So let me put this away, and I'm going to take off just the smallest bit from the top so that the top and bottom are a little bit more even. Actually, maybe a little bit more than that. There we go. Let's see. Nope, more than that. Hold still. See what happened there? I was not holding it down as tightly as I should have been. There we go. I'm throwing this away, you guys. I'm not saving it. Believe it or not, I do throw things away once in a while. Okay. Well, I am saving this one. Don't judge me. It's okay. It's fine. It's my trash. You don't have to look at it. Okay. That's probably not wide enough. What else do we got? Maybe this. Nope. That's not the shape I wanted. I wanted something that was a little bit curved, actually. Let's see what I got going on back here. I've got, ooh, some music paper. Let's see. This is actually a piece of scrapbook paper. No, I don't like that either. Ledger. No. Let's see. No, I'm going to use that somewhere else. Okay, guys, what do? I need something with design on it. I need something with a design on it, but that's not too busy. What about this? I don't know. I don't really like that either. I'm being very picky at the moment. Sorry, I should probably bring this over so you can see what I'm doing. It's not strong enough. Here is some music paper. What do we think about that? What if it's on its side? Not loving that either. That is a very high note. I don't like it. Okay. What else do I have here? I'll pull these out. Oops, come here. These are some that I coffee dyed that are from a totally different. Ooh. Okay, that is a possibility. I like the green with the purple. It's from a totally different paper pad. No. No. It's cute, but no. And that's cute, but no. So, ooh. Another thought could be putting a little pocket there. I like that idea too. What if we make a little pocket? Actually, I do like this. Okay, so it needs to be, I'm gonna rip some of this off. I'm getting hungry, you guys. I don't even want to look at the length of the video. I'm sure it's terribly long. Sorry about that. I'm ripping away so that I don't have white. Okay, so right there. And then about there. I don't usually rip them like this, but this is the way we're doing it right now, and it's working. Okay. Do we love it or hate it? I actually kind of like it. And then this looks a little better. Okay, so now I'm thinking I could have another pocket behind here. So that way we have a double tuck spot. Could use the back of that, but it's a little too light. I do like the look of this. What if I just take this apart? Okay, this is where you're all screaming, Tammy, make a decision. Alrighty. Looking back through all of my little papers. Oh, I still have this. Oh, that might not be bad. Do it this way though. Put that down there like this. Don't need it all. Okay, well that's a little more buggered up than I wanted it to be, but that's okay, it'll work. And then we can do this. I feel like there needs to be something behind this though. And then this needs to be just that much shorter. Yes, we are getting there. All right, now I want some of this behind that. Okay, glue this down. I'm getting glue everywhere. See, this is why my this is why my cutting board is so dirty. It's because I get glue everywhere. Okay. I'm going to cut around this and then I will glue that down and pretty much get rid of most of this, but I just want the hint of it to be left. See, just like this. So I just wanted some more texture. And then actually, what I could do, and what I should do right now, before I completely remove all of it, is do what I did on that other pocket on the other page that you guys don't know what I'm talking about because you probably haven't seen it yet. I need to add something on the back of this, and then we'll have another pocket. Okay. My ruler. And this, of course, does not need to be perfect. It's just going to be something that you can't see and used to kind of make it a little bit more sturdy. There we go. Glue this down. There we go. Should I sew around this too? Yeah, I think I will. All right. I will sew around this and then I will glue this down and then glue. We'll have 3 pockets. So I'll sew this so that this one is like a backwards L, and then I'll have this one kind of right there. And so this one I think I'll sew like another L, and then this one will be another little pocket, but I'm going to sew around the whole thing there. So there we go. And then I'll probably take the distress stain to the edges of these two before it's all said and done. So there we go. All right, I think I'm going to call this particular video done. I think it was a lot longer than I expected it to be. So, yeah. So I hope you all had a good time, and get your own projects done. I know a lot of people, I do this too, I like to watch other people decorating their journals as I'm decorating mine, and actually I might do that when I turn this off. Keep going. So anyway, I hope you have a great start to the week and a happy end to your Labor Day weekend, and for those of you not in the United States, I hope you had a great beginning to your week today, Monday. And I will see you all very soon.